I have like a fetish at this point. I get like sexually aroused by just talking about how shit of a human being Hasan Osama bin Laden Adolf Epstein Piker is. And this is just going to be a victory lap of Hasan getting caught up in all of his lies. And it feels so good. Also, why is his head so small?
The Hasan Piker crash out continues. We're on episode 18 of the saga.
It's every day, bro. It's every day.
If you missed an episode, feel free to catch up from the playlist link in the description.
Bro, I swear to God, I've reacted to every single one of these, and every single time it gets better.
Wait, 6 more videos, and we actually beat the length of the KSI Logan Paul and Mr. Beast saga. Can Hasan
Insane.
continue to be a moron for 6 more episodes? Stay tuned to find
Probably 45-year-old man, by the way.
out. So anyways, Hasan is back at it again, slandering Asmongold, telling people that he wants Mexicans to perish. He's also telling even more people to neck themselves, and Twitch staff is creaming their pants to him as we speak. We also
I would like to personally vouch for Asmongold. He loves Mexicans. One of the first times that we ever went to go out to eat together, we had Mexican food per his recommendation. So would just like to say it's bullshit. Asmongold loves the Mexican people. They're the best people, the most hardworking people on this planet. You know, like, they're great, man. They're great.
got updates on Denims, the female.
I also lived near Mexico for 6 years, so I'm practically Mexican at this point myself.
Son, who has the IQ of a walnut. She continues to slander Tectone and claims that she just wants to support SA victims. Unless, of course, it's terrorists doing the SA, in which case she'll probably throw a party and pull out the Fortnite L dance. Hasan.
Yeah, of course. Why not, man? Here's the thing. Hasan and Denims don't care about supporting victims. They only care about weaponizing them to use to destroy their enemies.
Friends are also trying to.
They are heartless, soul-sucking individuals that have no moral compass whatsoever. They just say what their audience wants to hear in hopes that they get more viewers. And that's it, and we all know it.
To dox the Yeet Twitter account, you know, the legendary account that's been gathering a lot of the Hasan clips so far.
Yeet is the greatest thing to ever happen to Twitter. Yes, when he posts about me, I get anxiety every time. But it's been great being like, oh, what's going on in the world? I'll just pull up Yeet. Oh, I'm not canceled yet? Great.
So yeah, let's check this out. Subscribe. Let's try to get to 700K. That would be pretty sweet. So let's start with this tweet. Hasan tells Mexican Asmongold fan that he would want him to perish. So Hasan is reading a chatter here. This person basically says, Asmon on top, you a whole bit, you a bit. Get baited, W clout, Asmongold on top.
Asmongold on top.
So let's step back
You know Hasan's pissed whenever he laughs. It's so disingenuous.
for a moment and just visualize the setting.
Yeah,
Someone
it's
who has followed Hasan for more than 3 years joined his chat and said Asmongold on top. Then Hasan
Yeet killed LSF? No, LSF killed LSF.
instantly proceeded to do a TSA background check on the guy.
Who the f is this? Hasan, I'm a big fan. I love you. I love Hasan. And then he comes back to say Asmongold on top. He is not black. No, I think he is. Check his description. He's Mexican. Oh my Lord.
Why do you even read these? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, this is embarrassing.
I got it right again. This is basically
Schizoing out and attempting to dox one of your chatters live because they just said Asmon on top is fucking insane. These levels of psychotic behavior, I've never seen anybody crash out into this severity ever before. He is completely lost it. Dude, Asmongold is putting his dick in Hasan's mouth every single day, bro. It's nuts. And Hasan is hoping to God that he comes. Maybe if he makes Asmon come, maybe then they'll finally collab on stream. We'll see.
half of Hasan's stream now, just getting absolutely stun-locked by random chatters. Basically what happens is his entire chat is trying to rage bait him and trigger him, and Hasan just pauses everything and makes sure that everybody knows that he's very offended.
Like legit, if you just go into Hasan's stream and just say Asmon owns you, little pup, it'll break his mind for an hour at least.
He is literally doing an FBI background check on a random chatter who called him out. And this was someone who followed him for 3 years as well, so they were literally a fan, and they clearly just realized after this whole terrorist supporter thing that, oh, okay, Hasan is a little bit of a nut job.
Bro, Asmongold thinks dudes that look like you should perish.
I want to kill Mexicans too.
Like, where does this even come from?
Wow. Oh God, what do you say?
How
What
do
do
you
you
even
do?
say
Dudes that
that?
look like you. Yeah,
Like,
I guess so.
what?
That's why I'm friends with a lot of dudes that look like him. You know what they say? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Hasan really just wakes up every day and slanders people on his stream. It's actually insane. Bro just boots up his computer and is like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the tiger by the toe, twist the facts and make them sway. Guess I'm slandering Asmongold today.
He has like a dartboard that he throws it at. They're like, okay, we're gonna call this guy that slur. We're gonna accuse this guy of that crime. Oh, fuck. Why is my head so small? That's his day
Another
every
one
day.
of you, 14-year-old, pasty little skin, dumb motherfuckers, or shit, dumb motherfuckers calls me little bro.
Who do you think is more pathetic in this regard?
Who is it?
Under normal circumstances,
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, man. I feel like maybe calling people shit dick, shit skin, maybe we shouldn't allow that on Twitch, Dan. What do you think?
if you were to show his content or commentary to like average people in your life, I think they would probably think less of you.
I've had more people come up to me. This is what's really sad. This is how wrong Hasan is. I recently went to an anime convention. I had a bunch of young girls coming up to me and saying, my mom and my dad watch your stream. Can I get a photo with you? They'll love it.
Okay, can I just say, as someone who's been using YouTube Shorts to sort of get through my cardio at the gym because everybody hates goddamn cardio, basically if Hasan somehow pops up in my YouTube Shorts, I gotta scroll up at lightning speed. That is worse than having Piran pop up in your Shorts. I can't be seen anywhere near this guy, otherwise people are gonna think I'm a terrorist supporter of some sort. And I feel like not liking Hasan is like a purity test, right? Because if you tell me you're a Hasan fan, I will automatically question everything about you. It's just like...
Do we think that's pretty fair? Because the only thing Hasan's entire stream is, there's no variety. He's spewing the same retarded shit nonstop. I do genuinely think it's fair to just say, if you're a fan of Hasan, you're retarded. Like, you're definitely there, because, like, that's the only thing he spews. If you enjoy that shit, you're just a fucking idiot. And that's it.
Like an immediate red flag, and you know, it's like the best question to ask on a first date. Are you a Hasan fan? And if he or she says yes, you gotta fucking run. You gotta sprint in the opposite direction, because
I think the problem is, I was gonna say what he says in that, but I'll probably get canceled. I think the problem is that, oh, my brain turned off. I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Alzheimer's at 31 feels bad.
They will ruin your life.
Do you want to know
I remember now. The problem is when people watch Hasan, they think that if they watch his stream and they agree with his political views, they also have to agree with everything he says or does, right? Because the problem with the left, and especially the far left, is to them, it's a purity test of who's the left the farthest, right? So you have to be as extreme as possible, otherwise you aren't as cool as the other guys on the left. And that's why the left has lots of infighting and the right doesn't.
People would think if you went and you showed them terrorist propaganda like a Hezbollah recruitment video, they would think that, oh my God.
Because if someone is 100 steps left and another guy is 99 steps left, the guy on the 99 steps left is going to be called far right. And everybody knows it.
Oh my God. Is today, like, you start showing somebody some fucking terrorist propaganda out of nowhere in a public space, a normal person.
Bro, Asmongold thinks dudes that look like you should perish.
Hasan is now the arbiter if Mexicans can like me or not.
There's no actual way that Hasan thinks he is the normal person in the situation. He actually thinks...
Also, you know Hasan's 45 fucking years old when he uses the word perish. Here's my motto, guys. You're either far right or you're far wrong, brother. Is what it is.
Thinks that he's the person that people look at and think, oh yeah, he sounds pretty reasonable. And I was gonna say that Hasan is like in an echo chamber, right? But honestly, I don't even know anymore, because he's definitely seen all the videos about him, right? He's like that guy who watches every single video about him, but then pretends not to care about it at all. And he obviously does if he's getting so triggered over a single comment. Hasan has obviously seen all the hate on social media. Also the fact that he's obsessed with Asmongold, so he's been exposed to different perspectives.
I don't think he's obsessed with Asmon. I just think he's sexually attracted to Asmon. Very different.
But he just can't seem to grasp that he's not a normal person. No normal person literally dick rides terrorists, bro. That's not a normal thing to do. Anyways, he starts beefing with another chatter here, and basically this person says, you mention him every day. You dream about Asmongold at night, don't you? That's weird, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, he has a whole folder where he comes on his face, bro. I'm telling you, he does.
Maybe if you showed us some more
freaky,
goofy
man.
music videos, the tide would change faster. All he ever mentions is about their respect.
Hasan used to be cool when he was covering the Ukraine-Russia war, even when Asmon and HC supported him back then. Well, yeah, because it's not a personal vendetta versus Hasan. It never was until currently. If Hasan says shit that's not stupid, everybody's going to support him. It's not like people are disagreeing with him for the sake of disagreeing with him. He's just saying horrendous ass shit.
The view counts, or that he's a roach, that's combating fascism. Also, Hasan doesn't know the difference between fascism and authoritarianism. Do you really believe he knows what he's speaking against?
Like, imagine showing, let's say you go to school. You probably don't. I assume you're a NEET. But let's say you were going to school and you were like, hey, you want to see my favorite content creator? And it's a dude with roaches crawling over him who says insane shit.
Look at how pretty I am. That's why I'm smarter. Good God, bro. This guy is such a pick-me. It's insane.
With regular frequency.
Oh, no way you like someone who says insane shit with regular frequency. I wonder who does that, guys. Definitely not the person I made 18 videos on right here. Definitely not the piece of shit on my screen here. How does it feel losing to the Roach guy? You're literally getting bodied by Roach King here, and that's embarrassing. And he might not live the best, but at least he's more reasonable than you, and he's more liked than you, and he has more common sense than you.
So I find it particularly funny when Asmongold fans will also then come in here to be like, you don't know the things you talk about. Brother, your favorite political commentator is Asmongold. Like, what do you mean? You're not in here for knowledge. You're not invested in the realm of politics for developing a vision of society that...
That's why I really enjoy content creators like myself and Asmongold and more Pegasus and Nux, where it's like, we don't have really any agendas to fill. We're just saying the common sense take that everybody should think. We're not saying anything as we think people want to hear it. We're just saying the normal thing where it's like, oh yeah, terrorists are bad. I'm not saying that because I'm far left. I'm not saying that because I'm far right. I'm saying that because it should be common fucking knowledge. Yes, I think bombing civilians is bad. That's not because I like this person politically. It's because that's the normal thing that everybody should say.
that you think is going to be one where everybody thrives.
Dude, that fake laugh is so insufferable. I swear to
Faker than
God. I swear to
kind.
God, anytime he's proven wrong about anything, his reflex is just a fake laugh. Anytime he's sort of like getting destroyed in a debate or can't contend.
That's what I said 5 videos ago, brother. It's the truth. I picked up on that shit mad quick. Number up. Top 5 North American Among Us, by the way.
And with the argument at all, he just puts that fake laugh out there. It's like the KSI strategy. KSI would do this a lot anytime he gets called out for anything. But the difference is, at least KSI has a funny laugh, all right?
Yep.
It's actually like somewhat entertaining. This guy's just painfully boring. And for the love of God, can Hasan stop pretending he's some socialist that cares about the people? Just drop it, man. You're a disgusting elite, all right? You literally go to brothels, man. Like, you could stick this dude in Game of...
Brothels with at least one child confirmed at it that were sex trafficked. So, I would like to go on record saying Hasan has also said old enough to count, old enough to mount. So, I mean, I'm not saying that he did it, but I'm just saying, man, that's not a good look. Why are we going to those brothels there, Hasan? Why did we go to a Diddy party? And that's not my words. Those are yours, brother man.
Thrones, and he'd find a way to be more hated than Joffrey. I like how his first goal was to find his race and make an identity-based argument. Anyways, let's move on to Hasan telling people to neck themselves again. Hasan adds to his collection of telling people to neck themselves. This time he implies that everyone would be happy if Drew died.
When you're an adult. Oh, great. Drew Pavlov, when you turn 18, society asks young men to pick one of these two as their role models. If these two are the only forms of masculinity available to us, I'm straight up myself. I can't respond to his suggestion, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would cheer. Not me, of course, because I think it's, I would never say certain things, but I don't know why people like Drew Pavlov volunteer this as an alternative, as an option, considering so many people would go, oh, that's fucking awesome. Please do.
Hasan creaming his pants at the chance of telling someone he doesn't like to go neck themselves. Classic. Meanwhile, he'll cry when someone makes fun of Jabba the Hutt. The hypocrisy is crazy. You can't pretend you're some good guy while simultaneously telling...
3-day ban. I lost $12,000 because I called that ugly bitch fat. Imagine that shit. And then her and her band of thugs call me a fucking rapist, and they don't get banned at all. They don't even get warned. Insane.
People to commit. Now that guy responded, the biggest political Twitch streamer in the world just told tens of thousands of people that I should neck myself. I'll report this to the Australian Federal Police to make sure he's denied a visa to enter Australia in the future. Oh no, Hasan is going to be detained for another 30 seconds and is going to make like 18-hour streams crying about it. Anyways, Ethan from A3A3 is back to dunk on Hasan and Denims. Starting with Hasan here, Ethan posts a clip that highlights the inconsistencies in Hasan's detainment timeline.
Total runtime of it was like 2 hours.
How long did
This
it
is
last?
America.
How long did it last?
The whole process took over about 2 hours.
So how long was the interview?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I have no idea. They did like a timeline assessment, and I think they like added some time to like when the plane landed or something. I don't know.
It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours. Wait a minute. People are looking into that part of my story? Oh God, let me pivot. I'm not sure how long it was. Yeah, man, of course.
Wait, who gives a shit?
Ah, yes, of course. Who gives a shit now?
Yeah, who gives a shit about how long it was? By the way, what he's doing is he's prepping for that information to come out public so that way he can tell his chat, who cares? Who cares that I lied about my entire experience? Pathetic.
Oh, now that people realize that I'm lying out of my ass, who cares anymore, guys? Please move on, guys. Don't call me a liar. Let's just quickly move on. I'm sorry, you're the one who started crying, and now you gotta prove it, man. So you said 2 hours, and then he said, oh, actually, I didn't know how long it was. So which one was it? Also, the timeline we discussed in the previous video shows that the entire ordeal could not have been longer than an hour. So Hasan was straight up just lying for likes, and he continues that trend, and I like how he's slowly dialing it back. He's like, I'm actually not sure of the timeline anymore. Yeah, because you got exposed, you slimy little snake. Also, can I point out, he's once again talking to Bad Empanada, the guy who he said was a psychopath, and he would never bring him up on stream again because he's literally crazy. He doxes people, harasses people. But I think Hasan is slowly running out of friends, and I feel like you gotta stick together with the few people you got. And of course, we got Noah Samson, the absolute pathetic Hasan clone who just lies constantly in about every video he makes.
No idea who that is, and I'd like to keep it that way.
So essentially just Hasan's twin here. Ethan continues posting. Ethan couldn't help but notice Hasan's petite feet, and he posts
I feel like you gotta be so insecure to dress like this, man. I don't know. Everything about Hasan just screams insecure. I mean, I can't prove it, but I know he's had work done. I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling he probably got a hair transplant surgery. And I'm telling you, he 1,000,000% has got work done. I don't know where. You think maybe he got his head shrunk via doctor surgery? Because now his feet are so small too. Why is bro so petite? Bro dresses like Flanders, true.
Petite feet here and says, petite feet, feminine step. Sounds like a lady when he's walking in the room. And then we got this image from Lazy Shell, it seems. Now Hasan started crying on Twitter again, and Asmongold called him out.
And this is Hasan crying. Is this, you know what, who cares? Let's move on. This is how Twitter and increasingly more online spaces feel nowadays. People are no longer able to feel shame and wear their bigotry and stupidity like...
Dude, Hasan really wants to believe that everyone else on Earth is wrong except for him, bro. And it's so nice seeing the tide slowly shift against him because he is the biggest piece. I think he is generally. He's the biggest piece of shit, if not the second biggest piece of shit behind Denims. I know Hasan has more viewers, so more eyes are on him, but I think Denims is far more dangerous with the rhetoric she often frequents on stream.
Like a badge of honor. Yes, I understand. It must be very awful for Hasan that he can't bully people out of having positions that he disagrees with now. Hey, listen, it was a good few years, right? You had a good run. But I think people are tired of being bullied out of thinking things.
Hasan, when he's unable to harass and overpower people with his cult fan base.
Oh, they tried. Hey, they tried versus me too. I counted. I believe they had enough stamina for 5 days. I believe it was 5 days they were brigading everything that I did, but they gave up because they got tired and it was past their bedtime. Yeah, it's very easy. You just wait, right? These people's attention span is so fucking short. They can't keep up with it at all. At all. So yeah, we already beat them. It was easy. I braved that front, took care of them, not a big deal. A lot of people from my community also counteracted them. W's to you guys, boys. I appreciate all y'all who fucked them over.
I mean, this guy's been able to get away.
Do you see Elon respond to that take new? No, I did not see Elon respond to that.
With this type of shit for years, just saying complete lies and slandering people. And just because he had the bigger audience, nobody could fight back. You just get raided by a bunch of Hasan fans. But finally, he's getting a taste of his own medicine and he can't take it. Anyways, moving on to Denims. Denims talks about being one of the only big voices on Twitch standing up against SA towards other streamers. And she's basically responding to another stun lock. This is just like Hasan here. Didn't you spend a few weeks making hate videos on Tectone? Like his personal situation with his ex that wasn't part of your life.
A reason for doing something is important and your intentions matter. I didn't do that because I wanted to fuck over Tectone.
Fucking cap. Because you only did that once the hate train started. Because before that, Denims, you raided me. Multiple times. Multiple times. If I was smart enough to pull up that information, I would. But I'm stupid. You've raided me multiple times. You've been in my chat multiple times. Because I had no idea who the fuck you were. I had to Google you. That's why I used to follow you, because you used to raid me. But the moment you saw an opportunity to turn against me, you were willing to do anything. And the fact that you would go in on a situation that you are so ill-informed of, when you have I'm still open to a conversation. I am still open to a conversation. Not on stream, absolutely not. I ain't gonna talk to your ass on stream. You shady as fuck. But if you want to talk off stream, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? But you went on that shit vehemently with the most bad faith arguments of all time, and you have completely neglected and never addressed every single loophole in this situation because you know it's bullshit, but you're so afraid of being seen wrong because you're up right now and you know the moment the truth comes out, you're fucked. And you know what the worst thing is, Denims? When the truth does come out, you're still gonna try to doubt it. Her messages in chat, there it is. Yep. You were a fucking fan. You rated me multiple fucking times. And the moment you saw an opportunity to get on the hate train, you took it immediately. Because you have no soul. You are a soul-sucking leech willing to do anything to get more clout. And it's pathetic.
I did that because I want to uplift voices of women who are sexually abused and or mistreated in the content realm. That's my reason for wanting to do that. And
no, you're not supporting these women, Denims. You're weaponizing them when you don't know the whole fucking truth. That's it. You were making the space incredibly fucking dangerous. And once again, if you were to look into it for 2 seconds, and I'm going to say this live just in case this is clipped, if you really believe that person so much, why did they say that I was abusing my ex and I used an NDA to silence them when you literally cannot do that by law? It's called the Speak Out Act, and you've never addressed this because you know it's bullshit. The amount of inconsistencies in their story is fucking nuts, and that's just one. And then they pivoted their story to now excluding that because they saw the internet catch on, and you never talked about it because you're a lying bitch. And you know you are. And I hate how I still have to talk about this shit because you bring this shit up more than the internet. Is that your content, trying to ruin other people's lives? It's insane. And when the truth comes out, I'm going to hope that there's some shred of you that won't be a massive, pathetic bitch and continue to try to ruin my life. When the truth comes out, I cannot wait for all of these content creators to try to triple down on some bullshit that they know isn't the truth because you are so desperate to be right. It's insane.
I've done this for countless other people. There have been so many people over the past 3-4 years of streaming that I have spoken to.
And it's insane how you were in my chat rating me and you can never shoot me a DM to hear my side. It's pathetic.
That I know have had very traumatic experiences in the space, in the content space, and I've tried to uplift their voices because everybody else is too fucking terrified to ever stand up to some of the pieces of shit on this platform. The reason Tectone can't sue me is because he did that shit. He literally...
That is fucking insane. Jesus Christ. Like, does Denims want me to sue her? There's a lot of things that I could have taken to lawyers. There's a lot of things that I could have taken to the police. And you guys know all these fucking things. But I'll be real. I don't have any interest in having extra stress in my life, dealing with lawyers, dealing with policemen. I have no desire at all. I've been called a pedophile, an abuser, a racist, a transphobe, a homophobe, a rapist. I've been called every single bad thing, every single criminal terminology in the book. And yes, I could go to the police, maybe, or a lawyer, maybe. But one, I don't really know what's within my rights. And two, I just want to get on with my life. That's it. What, do you think I want to get a couple extra $100 from you? No, not really. I'm good. I'm already plenty wealthy. I have no desire to do this shit. And the reason why you're bringing up this shit is because you got your ass fucked by Ethan Klein and you backed down immediately. And now you're trying once again to desperately get some of your aura back by dunking on the internet's easiest easy dunker, because anybody can tell any lie about me and everybody will believe it. You are trying so hard to get aura back. It's insane.
admitted on his stream that you went to the police. If you are admitting that you are being investigated for sexual misconduct, other people are allowed to report on that. And
nobody is saying you aren't allowed to do that shit. People are saying you shouldn't say, yeah, they did it because I just get those vibes. Which, by the way, you have said multiple times that, yeah, I get the vibes. I just get bad vibes from, so I think he did it. Saying that I can't sue you for defamation because I did that shit, that's psychotic. Jesus.
It's not defamation. News organizations wouldn't exist if you couldn't do that. If I get on stream and say, this guy is literally getting investigated for sexual misconduct, for sexual abuse, that's not defamation.
Except that you didn't.
It's crazy how none of her chat called her out on that. Because these people, they're not thinking about Denims, what they're saying. They're like, oh, dude, oh, I get my news and I get to come at the same time.
it was just allegations and that it's unconfirmed, that he's just being accused of this stuff. You said it as if it was confirmed, and that's why you're a piece of shit. You literally said it again, that he did that shit. That is defamation, straight up. And yes, of course, Denims really cares about women, guys, totally. Unless it's women she doesn't like, then it's okay for terrorists to go and grape them, and then she'll laugh about it, deny it happened, ignore all the actual evidence, because, you know, she supports women. Except women she doesn't consider as human, which is anyone who disagrees with her. Now, Tectone responded,
So many people over the past...
Great. I love this guy. You want to know why Denims think I did that shit? Because one person who wanted to marry me and has literally gone on record saying I was the best thing to ever happen to her, in her own words, multiple times, and says I was the best boyfriend she ever had. Once we broke up, got upset, and made up a whole bunch of lies. Never once did Denims ask me, so what happened? Never once did Denims ask me, can you show me any proof? Is there any way you can help me here? Which I could very clearly explain. Every single person I've had a conversation with, it's very, very, very simple to disprove. Unfortunately, Denims should know, with the delicacy of this nature, I can't just go spitting it out on fucking stream. It sucks. But when you are this ignorant to say this shit, bro, you aren't listening to women's stories, you are weaponizing them. Denims, you are the most dangerous thing to happen to the internet in a very long time, with how willfully ignorant you are. And everyone who hears your voice has their IQ lowered due to you. Hearing the stupid shit you say has made everyone else around you even dumber. And may God have mercy on your soul.
This is what I was saying all along. She does not give a single shit about Palestine or the Gaza crisis or women or any of this. All that matters is that she gets more viewers, more money, and fundraises for her own game. Like, instead of donating to Palestine, donate to my lawsuit here. It's just crazy how delusional these people actually are, and the people that follow them as well. And it's just sad how low they will sink just to achieve their goals. Even the whole thing with the CPS stream and just her blowing up that whole story, essentially putting Ethan's kids in danger. It's clear that she has no regrets for the vile shit she actually does. Truly lives up to the female Hasan title. Then Ethan and Denims started beefing on Twitter.
The shit that I want to say right now, and the shit that you guys will one day see, man, it is gonna be, everybody's going to be talking about this shit. Every single CC is going to be talking about this shit. And I can't wait. It's going to be fucking cinema, boys. It's only a matter of time, and I just got to keep being patient. The fact that we're giving one person who's just lying this much power is so pathetic. Jesus.
Denims tweets, Ethan, was I owned decline after speaking to his lawyer, begrudgingly admits on his podcast that I did not call CPS. And then Acer responds, then why did you delete the March 1st and March 8 episodes? Because Denims deleted the VOD where she was talking about Ethan's kids. I did not retract a single thing. I just pointed out that you are lying. Did you even watch it? Why did you erase the live streams? Now, this is a little unrelated, but I just wanted to point out how vile these people actually are. Denims in chat throw a crab rave over Biden's cancer diagnosis.
I don't care how the fuck you feel about presidents. You have to be so deranged to pander to such extremists like these people do.
And then they're just playing the music and just like celebrating this guy, this dying old man getting cancer. Hasan giggling in excitement. Joe Brandon has cancer. Listen, I'm not into politics. Again, I'm not American. I don't really give a shit about Joe Biden or Donald Trump, but these people like dehumanize people so much.
And correct me if I'm wrong, right? Like, all these changes that these presidents make, none of these can be passed without Congress approving of it, right? So, like, I mean, to me, I've always seen presidents more as figureheads rather than actual, like, changers of reality, right? So we shouldn't be celebrating these people's deaths or these people's horrific condition that might lead to their deaths. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm horrifically uninformed about politics, but at least that was my general understanding.
Much is crazy. And the thing is, like, Joe Biden is a lefty, so it's like technically on their side. How can you not have like...
Wait, yeah, weird. Peach Jars had Biden cancer in her title and was dancing and shit. Yeah, I don't really know what happened with Peach Jars. I know she hates me now, which is really unfortunate. Because I actually thought she was very sweet. I mean, sure, I thought she was a little bit intense, but yeah, that obviously made me a little bit sad. I thought she was quite nice, but that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I'm used to getting burned. It's fine.
Basic human decency here. It's just insane to me. Like, even if he was my worst enemy, I'd be like, oh shit, you're dying of cancer here. That kind of sucks.
I think the problem is that people think that I hate every single OnlyFans women, and I just don't. I just hate the really bad ones that self-promote in everybody's fucking comments and show that shit non-fucking stop. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, man, can we get something else?
Man. And I also wanted to talk about this Asmongold clip about Ludwig and the whole mogul mail thing, because Ludwig used to cover drama, but he suddenly stopped, and people were speculating it's because of Hasan.
Ludwig kind of fell off for being out.
But I love you and Seer. Oh, I haven't talked to Seer in like fucking 10 months, man. I'll be real. It sucks. And I still fucking have great respect for the guy. But, you know, I don't want to cause him any distress whatsoever. I think Seer's great. I do.
Hasan? Well, I mean, I think what happened with Ludwig, right? I mean, and I like Ludwig and I respect Ludwig a lot for what he does, but I think Ludwig tries to play it too corporate, and I think in doing so, like, for example, like him.
Bro says, I think Ludwig tries to play it too corporate. Bro, Ludwig is corporate personified. He is a walking suit. He will say whatever is the public opinion every time. Once again, I personally have nothing against Ludwig. Now, I used to be around a guy who hated Ludwig with his whole fucking soul and would bitch about this guy non-fucking stop. And honestly, he convinced me that he was a pretty bad guy for a little bit, but once I got out of that space, I don't really have anything against Ludwig. I think he's honestly a pretty all right guy. Sure, he unfollowed me on Twitter, but that is what it is.
Him not doing mogul mail anymore. I think that a lot of the drama and a lot of the culture has shifted in a way that puts Ludwig's friends and people that he associates with in the crosshairs, and him covering drama, but then selectively not covering drama about people that he's, friendly with, makes him look, basically wrong. And I actually, now that I think about it, I actually can say maybe I respect him for that, because this is what I've said before, is that I simply will not cover drama about close friends of mine in any sort of a unbiased way. I can't do it because these are my friends. And I think Ludwig, I think he does have a degree in journalism, right? So maybe I could say you respect it. You literally only do drama. Yeah, but I don't do it about people that I'm really close friends with, right?
I think the problem with Ludwig is not that he's biased, but
I will say I will cover my friends' drama if I think they're being wronged. I absolutely will. I know, and I'll just be real. I covered the Emmy drama day one. Never was asked. Did it immediately because that's what I wanted to do. I covered the Miz drama immediately, day one, because that's what I wanted to do. When all that shit came out about Miz, I had his back day one, even to a fault sometimes. Same thing, and people want to say this all the time. Not true. Do you know who the only member of OTK was who actually was down to say, nah, Rich would never do that? Me. I had his back to a fucking fault. I went live literally minute one, and I said, there's no way. The Rich I know would never do that shit. And to be honest, I still don't know the truth, but I will always say how I feel. Always. Every single fucking time. Guys, I want to make this very clear. We still have no idea what the fuck happened there. We still have no idea. And to my knowledge, he's still never been convicted. I have no fucking idea what the truth is. Nobody does. And that's what's scary. I will always cover friends' drama if I think they're getting fucked. I don't shy away from that. I don't say, oh, I'm not going to talk about it. Like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go into it. Let's point out any logical inconsistency I possibly can. Let's see if there's any context I can possibly provide, because that's what I think a good friend does. And I want to make this very clear. Asmongold says he won't cover his friend's drama. That is just not true. He covered mine, and he had my back for a lot of the shit that he thought I was getting fucked by. But also, he also held me accountable for the things that I fucked up on. And I greatly appreciate that. And in the moment when he did that, I was a little bit upset. But then I realized I wasn't upset at him. I was upset at myself because he was right. And ever since then, I've learned a lot about myself. And he's helped me grow a lot as a human being. And I really appreciate the friends who hold me accountable and who will also have my back, because that's what real friends do. Absolutely. I know, genuinely, Asmongold is one of the best people I know on this planet, bro. He's a great fucking guy. I genuinely love this guy. He said you were the exception? Really? I did not know that. And I appreciate it. It was also very fun when he partook in the Atsu envy drama.
But that he pretends he's unbiased. He pretends like he's being fair and criticizing people equally. But then he's just riding Hasan the whole time. Literally deletes videos for him, re-records them, re-uploads them for his King
That shit was
Hasan.
pathetic.
And, I'm not a fan of guilt by association, but at this point, how can you not know how much of a degenerate freak Hasan is? He's
True.
obviously seen the Asmongold Hasan beef. He obviously keeps up with the commentary
True.
community. He had a whole channel about it. He's seen the Slop2 videos, of course. He keeps up with the whole landscape. So I think if I ever see Ludwig being buddy-buddy with Hasan again, I'm sorry, I'm kind of done with this guy, bro. Like, he's a likable guy, I will say that, but there's only a certain point.
I think that's absolutely fair at this point, man. I mean, Hasan is one of the rare examples where I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I just don't really fuck with you because you fuck with him, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty much it. I think I actually understand that perspective.
Where you can accept people just blatantly disregarding who they support and elevate, right? Because Hasan is truly just like a vile person. Now, apparently Elon Musk has been following this whole beef as well, and he's supporting the account that's dunking on Hasan.
Elon is still locked in, replying to my.
Oh, dude. I want Elon to like my post so bad. I think the one way to make steak and eggs happen again for one episode, if I could get into Elon Musk's DMs and say, yo, you're in Austin, I'm in Austin. Run it back for one episode of steak and eggs. That shit would be crazy. By the way, it's coming up on 6 months. 6 months of my last episode on steak and eggs. And 3 months since the ending of steak and eggs. But man, it is still my goal to do one more episode of Steak and Eggs. I do. It is a goal, I'm not gonna lie, and just title it the final episode. You know, I mean that's a reality that I look forward to. And I hope I can ever make that happen. He only cares about Asmon. True, but I can always be like listen, Asmongold is like Brock Lesnar, and I'm like Paul Heyman. You know what I mean? I'm his advocate. You know, I'm his advocate. I'll be real, that every guest on that show I brought on, almost every topic that we talked about, I wrote down on the fucking list. So I will be his talking point because Asmongold is a great talker on stream, but in real life, horrifically antisocial. Horrifically antisocial. So yeah, I will converse for my client. I will converse, absolutely.
Stalker account. Asmongold has no love lost over Hasan losing grip of his bully influence on the online arena. Must be very awful for Hasan.
Asmon was talking about a new podcast without Emmy since she wants to avoid drama. Lots of people suggested you. Don't tell me that. You're gonna get me way too. Don't tell me that. You're gonna get me way too excited. Obviously, I would love to do anything and everything with Asmon, no matter what. I love that guy with my whole heart. He's always been great to me. But I don't want anybody to force anything. I don't want anybody to make anything weird. I don't want anybody to pressure anybody, okay? But obviously, if that is a real thing, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I fucking love that guy.
Hasan that he can't bully people out of having positions that he disagrees with. You had a good run. Musk suck. Yeah, really sucks. Elon Musk hitting with a fucking smiling, crying emoji. The regression of political discourse continues. That's crazy. This is the wealthiest person on the planet, and he is replying to my fucking stalker account on the social media platform that he owns, while also celebrating that the social media platform that he owns unironically has become a horrible place for back and forth and for politics. It's just like vengeance politics.
Bro, this guy sucks. Welcome to the stream. This must be your first time seeing Hamas Diddy Epstein Piker, man. Yeah, he does in fact suck. I'm glad that you noticed that. Yeah, welcome to what everybody else on planet Earth has noticed. That's so funny, bro. Wait a minute. I think this guy actually fucking sucks. Yeah.
Like, first you perceive yourself as a victim for having abhorrent opinions about things.
Motherfucker, you talk about yourself? Holy shit, show this man the mirror.
And then once like those abhorrent political opinions become the norm in platforms like the ones that Elon Musk owns.
Next thing he's gonna say, wait a minute, why is this guy's head so small?
Where people basically wear their bigotry and their stupidity as a badge of courage, which is what my point was.
Says you. Oh, by the way, the abhorrent take that you're saying is people saying not that we don't support terrorists. Yeah, man.
Then they say, well, back in the day, you used to bully us, and now the bullies are, it's the revenge of the nerds or something.
Honestly, shout out to Yeet, bro. This guy has single-handedly ruined Hasan's career, bro.
Oh, straight up. Yeet is the fucking man. Straight up. I wish the dude streamed more. That would be great. But like, man, he does that shit full time on Twitter. Like, damn. There's got to be a way to get this man a profitable business model from doing this shit all day. Because bro is posting like 50 times a day. It's insane.
Actual legend, gathering the amount of clips he has. If you're watching this, I know you've clipped me before on your account as well. You're a legend. Great service to the community.
Yes, sir.
You deserve a medal. Keep it up. Everybody loves
Yes,
you.
sir.
And here we got Bad Empanada trying to dox
Dude's
this
the
Yeet
man.
guy. I know this guy accidentally doxed himself. Please send it to me. We're going to talk to his parents. Mike from PA reposting to find out who I am. Now click this video or you got to give Hasan a haircut. And good luck navigating that head, let's just say. Alrighty.
Because it's so small. I love More Pegasus, man. Look forward to the podcast between me, More Pegasus, Sense of Society, and Nuxtaku coming very soon. Subscribe if you want to see that shit. I'm stoked. I love this man. I can't wait to meet him.